Everyone's got a point to make. Everyone's got something to say. Yeah, here's my angle. I'm more of someone that wants to just sit with an idea, chew on it, digest it a little bit, and then shit out whatever's not good, not nutritious. But in the meantime, I want to soak up the juices, I want to marinate before I cook it and then eat it and taste it, and I don't think people do enough marinating anymore, People do a lot of narrating, but not a lot of marinating. And I think there's a lot of good flavor that comes out of the marination, It's it's good to sit with an uncomfortable truth. It's good to sit with an unorthodox truth or thought or philosophy. It's good to sit with difficult poetry, because if you sit with it long enough, you start to make the connections, and it lights something up, And the thing is, when you make those connections on your own, that's how you carve a new path, bro. You can memorize stuff, but not know it. But when you sit with something long enough to start to see, start to make these connections, oh, this is kind of like this. Oh, this ties in with that. Oh, there's something else. Oh, it also matches up with this thought in, Adlerian psychology. Or, oh, this lines up with this thought by this other great thinker. Or, oh, this scientist who I respect said this before. You start to see the through line. You start to see the truth that holds up each of these things. It's that underlying thing, the fundamental things. But when you walk that path in your own mind, without someone just telling you, but you sit with it long enough to kind of navigate your own way there, that's power, bro. That's when you gain the ability to think. We have the capacity to think, right? Like we have the means, but so many people are not actually thinking. And you can see this everywhere. Just look around, bro. Look at all these NPCs just repeating things. Just repeating things, bro. Saying the same shit someone else said. They don't know why. They don't know how they got to that conclusion. They don't know everything around it that makes it true or false. Because the thing is, a lot of people are just repeating things that are blatantly false. Because they either want to believe it's true, or there's some benefit to believing it's true, or it's a good excuse for why they're not doing X, Y, and Z, or it confirms and affirms a belief that they've held since they were a child, based off of some trauma they had, or some experience they had, or some story they told themselves that they are now just continually reaffirming no matter what. And everything they see is through that lens, and it confirms it. It's an excuse to confirm their first thought. But I'm telling you, and you know this probably if you're here, your first thought is not always to be trusted. It's just not, obviously that's not there are exceptions to every rule. Sometimes your first hunch is obviously absolutely true. I'm not talking about that. Let's put it this way. Your first reaction is likely not the full story. But anyway, I digress. I think it's good to read something and marinate in it. When you hear something that you're like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I think about that. I don't know if that's right. Marinate. It is my strongly held belief that we spend way too much time consuming information, watching videos like this. Although it's not videos like this. Not many videos are willing to be at the speed of consciousness. It's usually, like Epictetus was talking about, a bunch of noise and overwhelming. It's you're being bombarded. You're being waterboarded by information. It's coming really fast. It's coming at high volume. And it's not just water. Even though water in that amount can kill you and is too much. There's such thing as too much water. You're not just being waterboarded by too much information. It's like a toxic sludge of everyone's bullshit. It's sewage. You're being waterboarded by sewage. And I think that when you turn the spigot off, and you hopefully videos that I produce and share are at the speed of life. They're at a speed that you can actually take it in and form your own thought. I may have said a lot less in this than a typical 20-30 minute scrolling session. You will certainly have taken in a lot more information, a lot more highly filtered or condensed or distilled ideas, some good, some bad, some like, what the fuck are you talking about? And by the time you even sort of think about one, you've moved on to the next. And you see the difference. You see how you feel. Notice how you feel after. Just start a timer. Scroll for 30 minutes because I'm sure you do. And it's not anything against you. This is, I fight it every day, personally. So know that you're not alone. But just start a timer and do your thing. And then when you finish, ask yourself, what have I learned? What have I experienced? What have I gained? What have I seen? You might remember a few things, but I think that marinating in a single passage of something from someone who has stood the test of time and is not just shouting online, people that were speaking in front of groups of people who were there because they knew that this person was actually saying something. And then that was written down. And then that was produced and passed down. To me, those words are worth thinking about more than the average person's 30-second clip multiplied by 100. And I just think that that's there's a depth to life that can be experienced that we are not experiencing. And I think we need to be willing to slow down, to turn the faucet off, turn the faucet of sewage down, and take a single drink of water. Let it marinate, make a kombucha. Drink that. And then that puts little life forms in you, and that continues to do something, you know? My metaphors are getting mixed up here, but you get what I'm saying. Thank you for marinating with me. I hope that you notice the beauty around you today. Take a look around. Search for the beauty that is right here. And I think you'll find it. Isn't that beautiful? Click this thing here. I'm just kidding. I don't have a link. I don't have another video. This is it. Bye-bye. Good morning. How we doing today? You guys need some water or something? You need something. The leaves getting all weird. This bloom is getting lower. What happened? Oh, what happened? What do you need? It appears our neighbor's banana tree has fallen into our yard. I'm not sure what to do about this. Except, of course, high five it. What up, dog? Man, I can't stand the heat, but let me tell you, I'm in the kitchen.